Scorpio, what's up? We're going to get a message out here from the universe for you, guiding the spirit guides from my lovely Scorpio. What do you want Scorpio to focus on, to think about, to pay attention to right now? And then we'll get some traditional tarot out here as well. Thank you, guiding angel spirit guides. For Scorpio, please. What else? Anything else? All right, we have two out here. Let me fix my camera. It's bugging me. It's a little bit crooked. I don't know if that made it better or worse. Hopefully I'm not distracting you too much with that, doing a whole lot. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I'm back. The first card that popped out here, it says, don't worry, everything you've been waiting for is on its way. I'm going to say that again. Everything that you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made even if you can't see it yet or see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process. So much is happening behind the scenes for your dreams. I'm going to say it again. So much is happening behind the scenes for your dreams. I think this is really important right now, Scorpio, because you are incredibly transformative. And when it's something that you really want, you put your mind to it, your focus, your fixed sign, so you know how to follow through and get it done. And to know that your dreams are coming through and coming to you, that can be so refreshing to hear. So I wanted to keep repeating myself, not to be annoying, but so that you could really hear that you're all right. What you're doing is not in vain. All right. What else do we have out here? It says, if people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. And it's going to be hard because you got a dream coming through. You got some success coming through. And when that tends to happen, there can be more eyes on you. But this feels like not to be distracted. But Scorpio, you are who you are. You know how to get quiet and be still, and you're incredibly talented and gifted. And so sometimes people are always having eyes on you, watching you anyway, because you are incredibly mysterious. So I don't think that this is going to feel new to you, but it's definitely a vibe. So I'll start again with this one. It says, if people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their own pain rather than the result of your actions. It feels like you're about business right now. You're doing what you have to do right now, and you don't even have time to be thinking about what people are saying or doing. Maybe in the past, you could have been distracted by that or tripped up by that, but it just feels like right now, there's a little bit more of a focused energy with you right now. You're moving toward what it is that you're trying to go after. So I'm going to do some tarot cards out here to refine this message. My Scorpio love cup, if someone is emailing you or DMing you, pretending to be me to do a reading with you privately, it is not me, friend. Just please report and block them. Protect yourselves out there. All right, God, angel, spirit guides, for my lovely Scorpio, what is Scorpio working through right now? What is their energy right now? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, for their blessing, for their prosperity, for their abundance, for their dreams coming true. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Help us understand a little bit more about what this energy is that they are in and what they are working through. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see here. For Scorpio, I had a feeling Ace was going to pop out. That's the gossip. Okay, we're going to stop right here. You got the Ace of Swords out here. Now, this is all about getting clear, fresh eyes, logic. You know what you're doing. You know your purpose. Now, there's some double meaning that's coming up for me right now that I want to share with you, Scorpio, because you have the Five of Wands here. This is that gossip. This is that conflict at work. You know, your family, people looking at you sideways because you're trying to go after what you believe in, standing in your own power, in your own truth. And then you have the King of Cups here in reverse. I do feel like I'm talking to a Sagittarius, Scorpio cusper. And I feel like whoever this cusper is, what's up, boo? I think you show up a lot in my readings that I'm doing, because in the Sagittarius reading, the King of Cups was in reverse as well. And so this feels like right now, what I'm channeling is that, Scorpio, you're doing your best to stay on your throne and not to become overly emotional about the chaos, the negative stuff, the nonsense that's happening all around you. There are days where you are clear about being able to see through it all, the murkiness, and stay focused on your goals. But there are days where it's a little bit challenged. This actually popped out facing me in reverse. So the double meaning for this is there is some confusion. There is some chaos, and maybe some people who are competing with you. And it feels like you're not exactly clear about the source of it. Maybe not wanting to accept exactly what it is. Maybe you're working in kind of a little bit of a hostile, chaotic, you know, competitive environment, and maybe Scorpio, you're not ready to or knowing how to just accept that and face that, because there's a little bit of cloudiness about kind of accepting the truth or allowing yourself to be completely clear. So that's something to be careful about. We'll get some advice out here in just a moment, but this is definitely happening right now. The thing that I love about the Five of Wands, though, is that Wands, that's all about passion and spirituality, but the five is really important. Five, for me as a reader, is about freedom. It's about change. It's about, leading to the victory. Right after the Five of Wands is the Six of Wands, right? If you know what that is. And so this is change that's happening. But change often in tarot happens by conflict, superficial changes, people, running amok right before some type of breakthrough happens. And it kind of feels like you've been pushing, trying to get through this energy. And some days it's weighing on you emotionally. And maybe sometimes you're tempted to respond emotionally to some of these people or let people know who you really are, who's really in the building. I get it and understand that. But I'm going to get some advice out here. But it feels like the goal here would be to make sure that this Ace of Swords is completely upright, that you are clear and you are focused no matter what kind of chaos and noise is going on around you. So let's get some advice out here for you, Scorpio. Thank you, Guide Angel Spirit Guides. What is the advice for my lovely Scorpio? Thank you, Guide Angel Spirit Guides. What is the advice here for Scorpio? If you haven't noticed already, I'm a Scorpio too. Scorpio Sun, Aries Moon, and a lot of Mars energy with me. And so looking at this, it just reminds me of the hard part about being a water sign, but definitely feeling led and being led by a planetary element that's fire, right? It kind of feels like you're working through that right now. What is the advice for my lovely Scorpio right now? Thank you, Guide Angel Spirit Guides. Let's see. Advice for my lovely Scorpio to navigate through this. Thank you, Guide Angel Spirit Guides. Ooh, okay. All right. There has been something that's happened in the past. This is not a love reading, but I'm going to name out what's flying through my mind before I forget them. Anyone who's been through some type of divorce, anyone who has been through a situation where you've been a part of some type of institution, military, a church family, a lot of structure, right? We have the Hierophant out here, something that requires a lot of community commitment or something like that. There has in the past been some type of betrayal, and that could be where the gossip is coming from, and it could be people that you really have grown to believe are your family, they're your community. You believe together, you worship together, you grew up together, and there has been some type of betrayal, harsh words, some pain there. And yeah, here we go with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands. And I love that it's in reverse though. There has been betrayal, there has been deceit, it has been hard on you spiritually for sure in the past. The advice is that because the Five of Swords, another five, a lot of change here, because the Five of Swords is in reverse and the Three of Swords, thank you God, is also in reverse. This feels like you have an opportunity to, Scorpio, I just told you I'm a Scorpio too. A lot of our readings right now are saying that in order to let go, or in order to receive this dream, this abundance, this prosperity that we are manifesting and asking for, working for, we have to let go of the things from the past that hurt us, okay? And there's something about something that creates a very solid belief in your life. You know, I always go to institutions when I think about this. Sometimes the church is what instills deep values within us. Sometimes it's school, it's military, you know, being in some type of police academy, sometimes politics, something that has deep rooted kind of like doctrine related to it, something that you've been working through with that in the past. As I said, I'm repeating myself now, but in the past it created a level of restriction for sure, and you invested a lot of belief and time into this community, and it's been hurtful, it's been hard, because I think in some way you have been wanting to step out of the norm. Whatever you are dreaming about or planning or doing, in some way, for some of you, it's a little bit radical. It's a little bit you know, in this, Scorpio, and you're coming out of the shadow. You're allowing yourself to be seen and to be beautiful and to be heard, and whatever this is. And in some ways, maybe that former community, right, has not been so receiving of that or understanding of that, and maybe there has been a little bit of gossip about you, or I'm also getting that maybe some rumors about you because they are misinterpreting you or not understanding you. And so that's hard. That creates a lot of pain, a sense of rejection, worry. It can be really, really devastating. But what happens from here is based on your ability to let it go, drop your swords, understand who you are, remember who you are, and also remember that, Scorpio, what it means to be in this beautiful life is to grow and transform. A part of what it means to be this beautiful person that you're seeing in your mind's eye is to go from one season to the next. And so the Hierophant can also represent shedding of old attitudes and beliefs that were meant to limit you in the past. And you've got a lot of change around you. And so it kind of feels like change through revelation, change by having clear understanding, accepting the truth for what it is, because you did have that Ace of Swords in reverse, but accepting the truth, reattaching yourself to reality so that you can see exactly what this is and realize that you have the power to let this go, move on, and go after your dreams, right? Letting it go, healing from it, thanking the past for all that it provided you, it supported you with, but also knowing that you get to step into something new and be beautiful in it. Friends, I have a personal TikTok. If you're interested in it, I'll tag it here on the video. Please check us out. It's about self-love, self-care, a little bit of humor, beauty, vloggy, silly type stuff. You definitely see a lot of Scorpio vibe in my personal TikTok. So if you're interested, come on over, kick it. I'll follow you back, of course, and love on you as well. I also want to say that when you get over there, Scorpio, and you see that, you know, we got a little small community over there of like 10 people, don't be laughing, okay? Just, we all got to start from somewhere. So come on over, hang out, and join us. I'll add that to this video. In the meantime, Scorpio, you have a choice to make. You have a big decision to make because your life is radically changing. Our lives are changing, okay? So go on and step into this new beautiful you. Take the lessons from the past, but not the pain from the past, right? You don't have to do that. I love you, Scorpio, and I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.